everybody, I'm here walking in the rain and I think I've got a couple of drops on my camera, so you'll have to ignore that. But I've just had a walk with my walking group, which was absolutely beautiful, and it wasn't raining then and it is now, but that's fine. Keep calm and carry on. So we walked from Bourton under Blean, which is close to Canterbury in Kent, up into Blean Woods where there was a tower and it was beautiful. Yeah, nice 5-mile circular walk. So here are some of the highlights. Get outdoors, that's the important thing, isn't it?
It is. Wow, they look pretty.
So I've taken the group now into the woods to see this tower called Holly Hill Tower, and it was built in the 19th century for the then landowner to observe the estuary and see all the boats coming through. You can't see the estuary anymore, all these trees are in the way, but it's very interesting and it's hidden right in the middle of the woods. Horse or a sheep or goat?
Tail down, sheep. Yes.
Tail up. The tail's up now. So I hope you enjoyed those, and today is long overdue. I'm going to be doing a Q&A that people, lovely viewers, asked me some questions during Vlogtober that I never actually answered, which is very rude. How dare you not answer a question that you're asked? So first question is from Ollie, who has asked, when did I start walking and why? I started walking and getting an interest in walking when I did Duke of Edinburgh at school. I properly started walking and going on walking holidays and things like that after uni. I went to Scotland for uni and I really regret not walking more in Scotland, some of the best walking in the world. So yeah, probably after uni, mid-20s, when I had a bit more time. And why do I like walking? Well, I love map reading and I love finding a route and following a map and getting outdoors, basically. I mean, it wouldn't be fun to do it all indoors, would it? So thanks, Ollie, for your question. I've stopped halfway across the golf course in this woodland here for another little bit of non-existent shelter. The next question is from Booli Baba, hope I'm pronouncing your name right there, who's asked, when you're on your walks, what do your walking group talk about? And does everyone just fall silent at an interesting spot? So I'm absolutely fascinated by what people talk about on the walks. There's all sorts of conversations that go on, but the interesting thing about having a conversation whilst you're walking, it's very therapeutic. Like if you think about if you're intimidated by meeting new people, if you go to a pub or a restaurant or something like that, you're sitting across from the person, you're looking at them directly in the eye. So on a walk, everyone's, you know, looking at the ground, they're looking around them, they're looking at nature, and it's not much eye contact because, you know, you're walking together. So people open up a lot more, they feel more relaxed, it's very therapeutic, and you're exercising at the same time. So there's a lot of conversation, people are telling all sorts of stories from their past. And as for when we get to a really interesting view, or like today when we got to the tower up in the woods, just interesting conversations where people say, oh, this looks like a tower that I've been to in Rochester, or I've been to once when I was in Spain. And so conversations sort of start off and go off on a different tangent, and yeah, it's fascinating. I absolutely love walking with a group. I love being on my own as well in nature now, walking in the rain, but walking with a group and having some really fascinating conversations, you can't beat it really. This is the abandoned golf course, which surprises me because I think most people would play golf in the rain. But sorry for rambling on. Next question is from Drew Black, who has asked, what is your favourite walk in Kent? I have many favourite walks, it's really hard to pinpoint it, but I'd have to say the walk from Walmer, which follows a footpath through haunted woods, where I can play some tricks on the group, which is always fun, and then up onto the White Cliffs of Dover, so you get to walk on top of the White Cliffs of Dover. Absolutely spectacular, an absolute privilege to be able to walk on top of the White Cliffs of Dover. Next question comes from James, who asks rather kindly, how do you prevent turning a walk into a march? Well, that's a good question, but I'm really interested in where we're walking, so I'll stop the group to tell them about the church that we're walking past, or if there's an animal that we see, we'll stop, or like some cows the other day, we stopped to take pictures of a herd of cows, and there's stiles that slow the group down. The only time where it is a problem is when there's like just an open footpath, and so people walk at their own pace, quite rightly, and the pace picks up, and the other people can feel a bit like it's a bit of a rush. I'm literally walking right across this golf course now. This can't be right. This is where the footpath says to go, so you know, public rights of way. You might think, where are you heading to, Hannah? Well, I'm actually walking to a local train station, so it's only a couple of miles away. I've now hit this road, so I'm away from the golf course. This car coming behind me, wondering, why are you filming yourself? Oh, they're stopping. They're stopping to watch me film myself. Oh no, they're not. Anyway, next question before I start walking in this direction. Who asked me this question? Hang on a second. That's right, Carl Barton has asked me, how many miles do I walk in a year? Who knows? Thousands and thousands probably. Actually, it probably is thousands, because if I walk about 20 miles a weekend, on average at the moment I'm walking 20 miles a weekend, and then during the week if I top up another 10 to 20 miles, because I do a lot of walking in the week, that is actually over 2,000 miles a year. But I don't do that every week, so I'm reckoning it'll probably be like 1,000, 1,500. Who knows? Quite an interesting question. Thanks, Carl. Shooting takes place 24 hours per day. Really? There's no shooting going on now. I'm not going to take the chance though, so that is my footpath there. Catherine has asked, do I repeat any of my walks? Because she quite liked the look of the lavender walk, which was a beautiful walk with a lavender tour. I'll put a link now to that video, and yeah, what a stunning day that was. But yeah, all of my walks, hopefully I will repeat the lavender walk, but all of my other walks I repeat. So the walk today, for example, around Bourton under Blean, the last time we did it was a Friday night walk, which was something I started to do in the summer, back in June or something. So yeah, I do the walks at different times of the year, so that if people come on the same walk again and again, they're seeing different things. Obviously everything changes around us anyway, but it makes it more interesting rather than doing it exactly the same time of the year. This question is the last question from Summit or Nothing, and they've asked me, what other things interest you other than getting outdoors and that sort of thing? What other things are your hobbies or interests? And I love photography. I love taking photos, editing photos. I have an Instagram, so I'll put the link in the description to my Instagram. But yeah, I'd say photography is my main other passion, but I absolutely love walking. Sorry, I've got to keep going on about walking. But yeah, so there's not much time for anything else really. But whilst we're talking about Summit or Nothing, there are two guys, you have to check their channel out, it's awesome, they're so funny. And the two guys called Nath and Trev, and they walk with their dog as well sometimes, and they're based down in Dartmoor National Park. That's where their home turf is, and yeah, they do lots of walking videos, and when they get to the top of a peak they go, "Summit or Nothing," which is rather funny, but they have a great sense of humour. So link in the description for their channel, go and check the boys out and I say hello. Thanks very much for everybody's questions. Sorry that it's taken me so long to answer them, and sorry if I didn't answer your question. Next time I do a Q&A, I'll promise I'll be a little bit quicker there. But I can see the train station now, so I'm not far away. Thank you for joining me today. Remember, if you like this video, like and put a little comment down below, and also click subscribe, nice big red button there. It's almost Christmas. Christmas is next week, so Merry Christmas everybody, and a Happy New Year. Here's to 2018. Muddy shoes.